Welcome to the Dump Him podcast, discussing all things modern day dating, learning to love yourself, and when you should just dump him, or her, or them. Hi guys!
Hello everyone.
Welcome back to the Dump Him podcast.
Welcome. I'm Kitty.
And I'm Francesca.
We've not done that in a while. Sorry guys. Easy to
No,
forget.
but yeah, I mean, we know who we are, so it just seems quite self-explanatory. Like, why would I introduce myself for a conversation with you? But apparently that's...
You know what? Also, I'm always like, oh, people must know who we are by now. But the amount of new listens we get every day on our first episode, I'm like, where do these people keep coming from?
Yeah, I mean, thank you to the algorithm on our platforms, but people are probably like watching the entire listening to the entire first series and being like, I don't know who is talking when. I have no idea who these girls are. There's two different voices, but who's saying what?
We'll never know.
The mystery.
So funny.
Yeah, it is. How have you been, Kitty?
I've been good. I've had a good week. I worked on our challenges for self-care month of March.
Self-care March.
Did you?
I did, yeah. I've been doing self-care. I've been needing it this month. It's been a very busy month. Big life changes.
Mad, we're only a week into it.
Oh, wait, you're only... Oh, shit, we are. Oh. I have no idea what the time is. Like, it could be any day of it. It could be like Christmas right now, and I just don't know. I feel like I'm a baby that's like doesn't know the time.
I mean, sorry, excuse me. We were just discussing dates, and I fully believed it was the 8th of February. Like, yeah, I was back a whole month. Like,
yeah,
that was worrying.
The other day I was like, oh God, bit stressful. Should probably start planning something for my birthday. My birthday's in the summer. It's not for months. But I was like, oh, so many things to do. I need to get that booked in soon. And to be fair, I should probably get it booked in soon because literally everybody's booking plans when stuff opens again. But
I have booked a table for 12 on the 21st of June.
I am one of those 12, yeah.
You are at a disclosed location.
An undisclosed location.
Okay, an undisclosed location.
If it's disclosed, that would be an issue.
It's like me trying to say the word anonymous.
Yeah, let's skip past that because I don't think you're ever going to get it.
Okay. Yeah, so I've got my fingers crossed. I'm normally feeling pretty optimistic, so this isn't going to be any different, but we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see if we make it out for 12 of us.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we don't get a Christmas part 2. Let's not talk about that.
No,
that was a rough time.
That would be really shit. But we have some more challenges today.
Yes.
Drum roll. Okay.
Oh, excitement. Oh, more challenges. Everyone's like, great, more homework. This is not what we need right now. But I will say that you do really notice a difference making your bed every day. That's the challenges I can remember from last time. I've done it for a long time, but now when I do it, I'm like, this is an act of self-care. This isn't just a chore. I'm doing this because I love myself.
Yes, I love that. Do you know what I did? I've started doing, and I was thinking of you when I was doing this, not in a weird way, because this could sound really weird, but I thought you'd be proud.
Okay.
I've started doing Pilates naked.
Oh, right. Sorry. Do you know what? I knew that it was gonna be along those lines. I knew it was gonna be something like that because we've talked about this before, and like that's the thing that I advocate for. But I just don't think anything will ever prepare you for your friend saying, I think about you when I do Pilates naked. I don't have any like situation where you could react and like not be, that's not funny. It is hilarious.
Oh, you know, I just thought you'd be really proud.
I am. How are you finding it? Like, are you enjoying it?
I'm loving it.
Good.
Apart from when I do a plank and my tummy practically doubles in size. But then when I'm there doing my little sit-ups with my legs in tabletop position,
nice.
It's great. I feel like you can really see your body And I had a lot more appreciation for my hip bones that I had to rest my hand on to do the side movement. I thought, that feels a bit skinny. I must eat some more cake later.
You're like, oh God, I've got to feed
Don't let it go
myself
too
up.
far, Kit.
I'd say I've actually not done like Pilates or yoga naked. If you guys have listened to an episode in season 1, I can't remember which number it was, but we talked about like body confidence, and I was an advocate for like wandering around your house naked.
Eating
or in
dinner
your
naked.
underwear. Definitely eating dinner naked. I might do that this evening, to be fair. I feel like it's good just for the body image.
Yeah.
But I think Pilates or yoga or any kind of fitness, I'm like, was there not a strange breeze at set? Like, because, okay, yeah, let's just move on from that. That is disgusting. I don't think anybody wants to talk about, go down that road.
Guys, I live by myself. No one else comes in.
Yeah.
Very private, don't worry. But yeah, maybe we'll move off this topic because that's self-care to the next level.
Sometimes we forget that people can hear us.
Yeah, I fully fucking forgot. But never mind. Okay, so our list for this week.
Yes.
Number 1, make a happiness list.
And what is the happiness list?
A happiness, I was waiting for you to ask.
Oh, sorry.
Happiness list.
You've been looking at me really like expectantly, and I was like, okay, she wants a reaction, but I don't know what the hell she's talking about. So I can't be enthusiastic about this because I have literally do not have a flying clue what happens. Like, I'm just going to default and ask. I can't lie.
Okay, a happiness list is everything that makes you happy.
Right.
But no,
it
it's
makes
a
sense.
reminder. Kind of, yeah. It does make sense, doesn't it?
Does what it says on the tin.
Yeah, it does not very self-explanatory.
I've actually done that before. I did. I got quite into gratitude journaling during episode 1 of the pandemic, lockdown number 1 of many. And actually that was quite nice, where you just write down, I guess it's quite similar, like you write down things that you're grateful for that day, but sometimes it would be like really random, like small things, like I'm grateful for the lunch I had because it was really nice. Like I'm grateful for that 5 minutes where my dog fell asleep on me in the garden. Like those nice little things, like I wrote down. And actually it's really like you start to think about the things that sometimes you overlook when your life is really busy. And you feel like you're on the go a lot, you don't notice these things as much. But when you actually sit down and like look back at the good parts of your day, it kind of overshadows the bad. So yeah, I'm on board with that. Totally I should get back into it. I feel like I need it at the moment. I'm very
give it a try. Okay, number 2. This is a really important one right now, especially if you're in the UK. I know we spoke about this last time with lockdown and we sympathise, but number 2 is call a friend. Pick up your phone, give them a ring, have a chat, have a catch up, check in with them, see how they're doing. This actually is probably less about you and more about them. You don't know how they're feeling. I think a lot of people are quite rightly struggling with lockdown and the mental health impact. So give your friend a call and just check in with them, see how they're doing.
Yeah. Or a family member. I need to call my mum.
Or a family member. I need to call my grandparents. Good point.
Yeah.
3, dedicate a day to things you have been putting off. Now, this could be the weekend. Not much else to do. Things that you've been putting off, unfortunately, they're still a part of everyday life. They're still really important. You still need to do them, even if you're not that much of a fan, whether it be chores, whether it be finances, whether it be making a spreadsheet, whatever. But you will feel so much better when you've done them and they're off your mind. They're not playing on your mind anymore. You've got them done, you've moved on, and you can carry on with your life.
Preach.
So
sometimes I feel like, those things, they don't actually take as long as you think they're going to. If you put them off for months and months and months because you think, I can't bother, once I start that, I'll be there for ages. And actually, when it gets down to it, it takes less time than you thought. And then you feel this massive sense of achievement. And it's like, oh, look how great I am. And then you remember the next thing you've been putting off for months and months and months, which is what I do.
Yeah, I mean, unless you have EDF energy, in which case I'm still now 2 months in trying to sort out my payment bills.
Okay, well, I don't really know what to advise on that.
I'm trying, really trying. Like,
Take
do you want
money.
my money or not? Because I'll happily keep it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't going to mention this, but sod it, I will. It's the reason of my busyness and stress at the moment. I'm actually, the day that you're listening to this, I'm moving
Woo!
home. I'm still staying in the same area. I'm just moving into a different flat. And I have just had so much like sorting out to do, and like just stuff that I just needed to throw out a long time ago. Like, I haven't even lived here for a year yet, and I'm like, I've just hoarded so much random stuff from over the months. So yeah, at the moment I'm quite close to actually moving, so I probably should have done a bit more, but I'm just like ruthlessly just binning stuff, getting rid of it, putting it in the recycling, getting like donating it, getting it out of the house, like just clothes I don't wear anymore, they're gone. And it's like such a nice feeling, because I feel like it's been building and needing to be done for so long, and now I'm actually getting out of the way because I have to. So I recommend that. Don't move so that you do that, but you know, two birds with one stone.
Exactly, make it a positive.
Yeah,
why not?
yeah.
So yeah, those are our challenges for the week. Let us know how you get on with them. I'm still yet to post my selfie of the makeup I tried from the week before to the Instagram, which
Did you actually try it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I need to see this. I'm so excited.
You will. You will. When I post it.
You look a bit nervous to show it there.
A little bit. It was the blue eyeshadow and the dark lip.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. That's something for the listeners.
That well-known combo.
Yeah. In fact, I was going to say maybe you could wear it to our next recording, because if you guys have listened to our recent episodes, you'll know that we're now showing our episodes on YouTube. You can watch the video version of the podcast and see us in real life recording it over on YouTube at the Dumping Podcast. Go check it out there if you want to see our faces.
Whoop, whoop.
But also won't judge you if you don't, because you know you're not missing much over here.
So right, we look at it. I've just got loads of like blemishes today. Anyway, moving on. Don't need to pick out my faults.
That's not very self-care march of you, is it?
That's not very self-care.
We're not picking out our faults.
This is my face looking after me. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's getting rid of the toxins from your body.
Exactly. Excreting them.
Yeah, and also that's a disgusting word, please.
That is an absolutely disgusting word. What is it with me today?
I feel like your mind is just going down a bit of a wander.
I don't know what's up with it.
Oh,
work. Okay, anyway, right.
But yes, that's self-care march. We're not pointing out our spots. We're just living with them.
We're embracing them.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm going to do a face mask later.
Lovely.
Okay, so guys, as you have probably worked out, every other episode we have a guest on. So today is guest day. We have a very exciting topic for you, which I'm going to let Francesca introduce. But we basically have a sort of virtual guest today. So this person is not actually with us. The interview has taken place offline.
Oh.
And we are sort of going to not reenact, but
dramatize. Yeah. Pass it on.
The interview.
Yes.
So Franks, what's it about?
Well, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary people, we last episode, if you've listened to that, we titled it "We Joined a Sugar Daddy Dating Site So You Don't Have to," because that is quite literally what I did. I joined a sugar daddy dating site, took a little deep dive into the DMs, into the profiles, into the world of sugar daddy / sugar baby dating. I'll still never be able to say it properly. And we had such a fantastic response to that episode. You guys were loving it, which was really nice to hear. I feel like it's one of those topics that people really want to get the inside scoop on. So I've been very excited to share that with you guys. It's been a long time in the running, but after that fantastic response, we had so many people being like, yes, we want to hear what really goes on as a sugar baby. So we managed to source one. We tracked one down. Wasn't that hard. It makes it sound like we were stalking people, but we actually just quite easily found someone.
It is Louis Theroux.
I am Louis Theroux.
And I am Stacey Dooley.
We are indeed.
We could have tracked someone down quite easily.
Yeah, let's not make it weird. So we decided to give a really comprehensive report into the world of sugar babies, that we would interview one. She's a former sugar baby. She's now no longer a sugar baby, but we'll get into it in the interview. And in the interest of keeping her anonymous, just because it's not something that she wanted to attach her name or voice to, as Kitty said, we interviewed her offline and we have her answers to read to you via us. But hopefully it's just as interesting an experience, because she said some interesting things about her experience actually actively going on dates as a sugar baby and having quote unquote relationships with sugar daddies. So yeah, super interesting one this week. Let us know what you think. And I promise we're not turning into a exclusively sugar baby dating podcast. We will be back to normal Hinge and Tinder chat next week. But I just thought it was an interesting build on what we talked about last week. And yeah, good to get the inside perspective.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Okay, are we ready?
I'm so ready. Born ready.
Strap
The
in.
listeners ready, more importantly. You guys are ready for the expose.
So our first question, what made you want to sign up for a sugar daddy website? The response. I found out about the websites around the time I was going on a lot of dates on Tinder. I would go out with someone every weekend, maybe two, just because it was fun to meet new people. All my friends had gone to uni and I was on a gap year. Totally valid.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was me, not her. I was doing a short course at the time and my friends thought it was really funny how many dates I was going on. There was a show on BBC or ITV, I think, about people addicted to online dating. My friends said I should watch, and there was a girl on the show who was on a sugar daddy site who had a car bought for her. From her? For her. I thought, oh, that's amazing. I'm going to go on all these dates purely for fun. What if I can get something out of it? I've always quite liked older men, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Interesting.
Kind of totally valid.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the thing that's important to note from that is I feel like she found out about it in a similar way that piqued my interest and like sparked this whole investigation. Because I think that these like programs that are obviously trying to get viewers, they probably show like a really glamorized and like extreme version of it. So where she's like got a car, and like I saw a TikTok where she had like a collection of Birkin bags, like those. So I think it's quite interesting that that's how it like grabs your attention, but also important to note that she like older guys are like something that she's attracted to anyway. So I feel like fair play. Like if you want to get money for dating someone who's your type anyway, then yeah,
exactly. I totally agree. Okay, so second question. Did you know other people who had done it before? And she put, I had no clue about anyone who had done it before, so I signed up to one and also did a lot of research online, and it seemed like a lot of people had done it before. I became part of an online sugar community on Tumblr, and I actually started documenting my whole journey and had a few thousand people following me. I unfortunately deleted this account. Had I known I'd be up for interview years down the line, I would have dug it up. But I did make some really good friends, two who I still talk to this day, and I met a few other girls from there too.
I really like that. I think that's nice. Like, it's nice that there's a community, and I guess safety in numbers, like if you can swap experiences and like tips and stuff. I so wish that she still had that like diary, because imagine if we were able to read that and hear like real time her like diary of her dates. That'd be so interesting. I wonder if there's any still out there. Might be
and a few thousand followers as well. Like,
I know.
That is good going.
It just goes to show how much curiosity there is about it, which I guess we already knew, and like just goes to show how interesting we're finding the topic. Like there's people who would want to follow it along on Tumblr.
Okay, so then we asked, did you have a similar experience to Francesca with men being there for sexual fetishes as well, or did they have other motives? She put, to some extent, yes. Quite a few people into BDSM. What does that even stand for?
Oh, I know this. Bondage, domination, and sadomasochism. It's like 50 Shades of Grey.
I honestly don't know what half those words even mean.
I think bondage is getting tied up.
Yeah.
Domination is when it's like, I'm a dominant, I'm a submissive.
Oh,
Like,
that's what you were saying?
yeah. And
Mhm.
then sadomasochism, I think, is just hurting people, being hurt,
Oh.
like whips and chains. I'll make it
Oh.
hurt, but I'm perfectly good. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Basically 50 Shades of Grey, I think, but like more extensive than that. Anyway, I'm no expert.
Okay, no. Having multiple partners. I think sometimes if you have strange fantasies day-to-day, people might not be so into it. So it's a perfect opportunity to pay someone to do it. There were a lot of escorts on the sites willing on the girls' side.
Oh, wow.
But there were men that just wanted a relationship. They were single, maybe divorced, or just kind of worked their whole life so hard that they haven't really ended up with anyone. They've done well in their careers, happy to date a younger, attractive lady, and happy to spend maybe help through uni or whatever they need. Lots of married men. To be honest, I don't really have a problem with this. I was actually on a site specifically for married people. I didn't even know they existed.
No, me neither. I feel
Okay.
so innocent. I'm like,
So do I.
What is that?
I really tested out all the waters. Some were kind of separated, worked abroad a lot, not really in a proper marriage. Some were, but at the end of the day, if they'll cheat, they'll cheat. I think if they're on a website, then they're going to cheat. I mean,
I think that's an interesting way of looking at it, I guess.
I feel like I should have more to say about it, but I just don't really.
No, I think it's an interesting one. I feel like I don't know, the moral lines are very blurred because it's like, okay, they are, they're on a site and it's like they're like choosing to be on that site because it's all about cheating if you're married.
Yeah.
But then also it's like kind of wrong. Like I personally morally wouldn't be happy dating someone who I know is married. But then also it's like, well, actually, they're paying you to do it. So like, does that maybe balance out the morality of it? So I don't know.
Would you do things in your job that were morally wrong, but your boss was paying you to do it?
I mean, define morally wrong. Like,
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't
know. Like, it's kind of a tricky one. But I also do see her point. Like, if they're on a site for cheating, if they don't do it with you, they'll do it with someone else. Like, they've made that decision already. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I don't know. It's when it comes back to this age-old conversation of like, is there different levels of cheating? Because like, is meeting a married man like through your social circle and then knowing he's married and then deciding to have an affair with him, is that more wrong than being on a website where a married man has chosen to be on there and then he's offering you money to date him? That's a bit of a rhetorical question because I don't feel like we know.
I don't know, and I'm a bit sort of to the book. Like if someone's married, they're married.
Yeah.
Like that. So for me, like I just wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be involved with that. Obviously, I wouldn't. My husband to be involved with that.
I wouldn't.
So I don't know. Everyone's perfectly entitled to do what they want. That's the whole point. Like, but I don't know. It's an interesting. I didn't really know they existed, which makes me sound really naive. But I'm a bit sad.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I don't want to get married anymore.
I guess like you could always just have Tinder or Hinge. Or, like, there's nothing stopping someone being on a dating website. That's the thing.
Yeah, I guess that's like you said, if they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat. Whether they're going out to a bar and picking up somebody, taking them home,
exactly.
or whether they're booking a hotel, whether they're on Tinder, whether they're on a dating, like a sugar dating site. Like I agree, but it's still, I would never want to be the wife or the girlfriend on the other side of that. So I don't feel like I would be comfortable being the issue in that situation, if that makes sense. The third.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to each their own. Like if that's something that's within your comfort zone.
To continue on with the answer to that question, there were actually guys who wanted someone to work for them, like a PA secretary, they wanted to be someone's mentor, and actually it's been so great to hear some of their opinions and stuff. I've had people help me get jobs, help me with applications. There are some really, really nice guys on there. Like you said, Kitty, many of them are really smart. Some to try and out-trick you, but some really nice guys. So we asked, what was the strangest, good or bad thing that a guy messaged you saying? She put, it was a while ago, so I don't remember so much, but usually just like these BDSM requests. There was a guy who I didn't want to meet and he wouldn't stop calling me. And when I did answer, he was crying down the phone because he really wanted to meet me. Very unhinged. I don't even know what I'd say if someone did that.
Oh my God. To be fair, I mean, there are crazies on every dating app. I mean, there's crazies in the street, so
Exactly. They're going to be on the app
path of dating nowadays is to find someone who goes a bit unhinged.
So then we asked, who was the oldest guy that you ever spoke to on there? And she put, really quite old. Haha, I do say I'm a bit embarrassed. And then she put, I'll just say I met someone's kid who was older than me.
Wait, so they weren't just speaking on the app, on the site. They met up and she met his kid and it was older.
Who's older. It reminds me of, you didn't watch Let's Go Dating, Wayne Lineker.
Oh, I did, yeah.
You did watch it?
Yeah.
When he dates like these 20-year-olds and like his daughter's 22 and she's the youngest of his children.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's got grandchildren.
Yeah. Imagine that child, like how that child would feel though. Being like, oh.
But yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know.
Wow. I mean, look, props to her. Like that's all I'm going to say, because I would never have my comfort zone feels the size of a postage stamp compared to that. So I'm like, fair, if you can do that, fair play to you. Get your cash. I rate it.
Great.
So we also, obviously, we wanted to get up into the juicy questions. So obviously we had to ask, did you ever get any gifts from any guys on there? And she said, and I'm slightly jealous because I don't know, I really fumbled the bag with my time on there. But she got jewelry, handbag, a scarf, some shopping trips, but mostly money.
God, imagine.
Living the dream. How do I do that?
I mean, it's sounding quite appealing so far.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
You missed out, hun. You need to get back on this site.
Yeah, although just shopping trips mean that they came with you and took you shopping, because I would just rather someone like transfer me money and then be like, you go shopping. We never have to meet. Yeah. Basically, I just want a salary. Maybe I just need another job. So we also asked, did you meet up with anyone from the website? I feel like we've slightly answered this, but she said, yeah, quite a few. There were like 5 who I would see regularly over the 2 years. I felt most comfortable. Yeah, that's more than I expected.
2 years.
I felt most comfortable when I was meeting the same men who I knew and had grown trust with.
Fair enough.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, perfect sense.
So we asked, how was your experience going on dates? Did you go anywhere nice or extravagant? I mean, this is what I really wanted to know, because obviously I got my big art gallery private view invite, which I'm very proud of. And she said, my experiences have been mixed, as with everything in life. Great way to put it. Mm-hmm. Always good with the men that I mentioned above, and I've gone everywhere from Starbucks to members clubs and fancy hotels. The first time I would meet them, it was usually something casual or like kind of midway, just quickly for a coffee, drink or lunch to get to know each other. And then usually we'd go to nice places after. Usually I would just meet them for the first time near where they're working in their lunch break. And she also said she used to go to the theatre a lot.
Oh, yeah, she's selling it.
I know.
I could do with some theatres and members clubs and hotels.
Yeah, but Kitty, I feel like we're getting this twisted in our head because we're hearing all this. I think we're hearing this for what it is. You and I have been single for a while. No, I'm being serious. We like these things. Like, we like going to hotel bars, going for dinner, going for coffee.
Yeah.
And I think we're hearing all this and we're going, oh my God, that's the dream. But like, neither of us likes guys that are like old enough to have kids our age. Do you know what I mean? Like we like, a few years older, but like not the age that I think you would need to be meeting a sugar daddy for him to be taking you to these places. So I think on paper this sounds nice, but maybe we just want rich boyfriends.
Yeah. And do you know what? It's one of those things where it's like, it's the cutest thing ever if it's someone you fancy. And it's like the most cringe, painful thing ever if it's someone you don't fancy.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good point.
Yeah. So we asked her, how did you feel being a part of the sugar baby lifestyle? And I love this answer. She said, it was kind of exciting, but you would get weird looks a lot. Oh. And that was what didn't we say this last week? I was like, I feel like people would look at you and be like, bit of an age gap there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She said, I enjoyed it at the time and it made great content for my blog, but honestly, I would say I was good friends with everyone. So I'm not sure it was such a lifestyle thing, but more a bit of mutual fun and company. Okay. So I don't think she saw it as like, because I feel like some sugar babies that you see on these programs and stuff, they see it as like a career. Like they're doing it to get like, this is like, they get dressed up in the outfit and that's there. Whereas I think by the sounds of it,
they just enjoyed each other company, didn't they?
Yeah, and because that's the type of men that she was attracted to, so it's like a bonus to get gifts.
I wonder if she's still friends with them, like still keeps in contact.
Yeah, I mean, do you break up like a breakup? We should have asked how it ends. Yeah, why didn't we ask that?
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like, I wish I was attracted to older men, like older men. I mean, why is this not in my comfort zone? It could be so lucrative, but. Anyway, so we asked if she told any of her friends what she was doing. She said, I told a couple, but it really wasn't something I was shouting from the rooftops, mostly just so at the beginning, if anything happened, they would know where I am.
Fair enough.
Which I rate. That's got to be safe. And we also asked if she would go back on the website now, being older, because she said that it was a few years ago, she was a bit younger then. She said, no, I mean, now I'm in a relationship with someone my own age for starters, but also the quality of men got so bad over the years. Interesting. This is getting juicy. She said, there's so many young guys faking their wealth or older men trying to scam younger women and use people for sex.
Oh. Disappointing, but not surprising. It's not surprising. It's like the 20-year-olds with 50 million that you came across.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't think that's true. She said, also the going rate of dates and money went really down. She said, I joined at the end of it being good. It got so much press and now it's just really tough to find good relationships. I actually found it better to look on Tinder, and one of the guys I saw for a while was actually from there.
I have so many questions. Like, how much did she earn?
I mean, that's a bit of a personal question.
I'm just curious.
How do you because how do you do that on Tinder? Maybe.
How do you pay tax for
that? How do you feel? Are you self-employed? Or do they put you on the payroll? Yeah. How do they pay you? Is it bank transfer, cash, PayPal, Monzo?
Oh dear. Does that happen before the date or after the date?
Oh my God, I'd be cash up front, mate. I'm not having you run away with the money. I think that's quite interesting. I don't know. I mean, how do you get on Sugar Baby Tinder?
Yeah.
I might just put it in my bio. I'll only go on a date if you pay me for it.
Give me your best price.
Yeah, and then our ages are set to 23 to whatever, and it's going to be people being like, no, fuck off.
79.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should set our Tinder to older men.
I tried that.
How did that go for you?
I did 30 to 40. There was just a lot of sort of specifying whether they had children or not.
Oh.
Bio. Being a house owner as well, that was an important one.
Hey, that's a good thing.
I know, it was a bit of I've got 2 kids and I own my own house.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe the kids would be a bit more off-putting, but then owning a house, it's oh, okay, a bit of stability.
Oh, I don't know, but it's why does that define your personality?
I feel like those are things that are important to you when you get to that stage of your life.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
to be fair, I would be very judgmental if someone at that age was still living in a bedsit with 4 people.
yeah,
So I do
yeah.
also get it, but I'm a little bit like, did it need to be in your bio? Like, is that really what girls are swiping on? Whether you
The
own a
thing
house
is,
or
this is
not?
going to come back to haunt us because either in like how many 10, 15 years time, I'm still going to be on Tinder, and either I'm going to be still renting somewhere or I'm going to be a homeowner. It's going to be in my bio. So either way, I'm going to look like an idiot. I just can
Okay.
predict it. So
At
like,
least we've admitted it now. We know that
yeah,
we're already at fault.
yeah. I'm just, if anyone comes back to play this to me in the future, I'm just saying, I knew
Do you
this was
know?
going to happen. Either I'm going to be on the homeowner #homeowner side, or I'm going to be like a mess still renting. So
The other one that got me, it was like, I just want an intelligent, relaxed girl or something, or a chilled girl, or like, it's like, it was just so, I don't even know, was it even degrading? I don't know what the right word.
patronizing.
Yes,
Yeah.
patronizing. That's what it was.
Hmm.
It was like, all right, pipe down, mate, because you think I'm fucking great, because you're not.
But that's what it was like on this dating site. It was very like, I just want an intelligent girl,
Yeah, I don't want any
relaxed.
drama.
I want good conversation, but lively and bubbly and confident. And I was like, okay, look, you are nearly 70. Like there are a lot of you know, you might have money, but like nobody, you know, you wouldn't be cast in 365 days as Massimo. Do you know what I mean? So like on this list of demands that you've got, I think you need to just lower your
Pipe
standards a
down.
bit. Yeah, because you're asking for all these things and you're no spring chicken, mate. You are you are not the next Calvin Klein underwear model. So you having a list as long as my arm of requirements that I have to meet, I think that's a bit of a liberty.
They do as well. Oh my god. Honestly, guys, if I could read out my Tinder conversations, I would.
Are
Some
you
of them
still
are just,
on like older guy Tinder now?
well, I didn't think I was, and the 35-year-old came up. And to be fair, for 35, he was pretty good looking. So I was like, all right, let's see if he's more mature. He was chatting back so much to the point I actually stopped talking. Then he kept sending me messages because I wasn't replying.
Oh
Then
my
I
God.
noticed today he'd gone on and liked my latest Instagram picture, but hadn't followed me. Like, and I clicked on it and I was like, that picture looks familiar. I was like, oh, it's the guy, the 35-year-old from Tinder.
Oh.
It was obviously like, I'm here, but like wasn't.
Hello,
But,
I
but
am
like,
my own home. Don't forget about me. All I have is a mortgage. Maybe that's a good sign. Maybe they're like, I've committed to a mortgage for the next however many years. So
I can do commitment.
I love commitment. Yeah. What's a girlfriend when you've committed to a mortgage? You know?
Yeah. So yeah, weirdly haven't replied to him.
Okay. So maybe older guy Tinder isn't the way forward.
It's not working out for me currently.
Okay. Well, before we put our sugar daddy escapades to bed, I mean, I say
Yeah.
escapades and to
It's
bed,
not-
but neither of those things
I mean,
happen.
I've done nothing.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I just made a profile and spoke to people a bit. It was for research. I was doing a Louis. We did ask our guest whether she would recommend using sugar dating sites just to anybody. And I think her answer might make you change your age preferences on Tinder, my friend Kitty.
Oh yeah.
She said, honestly, no.
Oh, okay.
I would say try Tinder if you really want to do it, but it kind of makes you a bad person because you become so manipulative and greedy. You
Wow.
don't view relationships as they're really meant to be, and it's a really strange world to be a part of, especially for the long term. I think if you want a bit of short-term fun, go ahead, but I really wouldn't recommend it doing it for longer.
Wow, that's a real self-reflection answer, actually.
Mic drop.
But yeah, okay, thank you. Great. I'll get my preferences back to my own age.
Yeah. I think she makes an interesting point though about how it like changes how you see relationships because I guess yeah, on one side of it you think, oh, you're getting paid, that's great, that's fantastic, that's all these benefits. But actually, especially for her experience when she was attracted to these people and they were her type, and she was getting into like actual 2-year relationships things.
Yeah.
I guess it probably does make it quite weird, because it's like, at what point, you know, does the money ever stop if you actually have feelings with somebody and then you're a couple? Like, do they keep paying you? How do you like keep commodifying that? I can see why it would probably make you quite manipulative and make you see relationships in a unusual way.
But look, she's not doing it anymore. She's in a happy relationship with someone her own age. I think she obviously learned a lot from it. She's like gained a lot from it. So
yeah, jewelry, bags, shopping trips, money.
Yeah, and a great story.
True, it's a great story. That'd be a cracking dinner party story.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I like that. I like that. Well, to our invisible guest, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
I really appreciate it. I know Francesca appreciates it as well, and for being so open and honest. That's a pretty big thing to share. And I feel very honoured that we were trusted with that information. And
100%. Thank you for giving us that responsibility. I hope we handled it sensitively.
Yeah, that's not really our middle names, but you're pretty good. I'm not.
I think the entire podcast could be likened to a bull in a China shop at times.
And it started with the name.
Yeah. We don't do things by half measures. We really go straight into the point. But yeah, that was really interesting. It was nice to have a follow-up, really comprehensive report. Look at us, real investigations here.
Very good.
Serious podcast, guys.
We are.
No,
so pet peeve of the week.
Yes.
I'll do this. Do it quickly, but pet peeve. My pet peeve of the week is something that drives me insane. And it's happened quite a lot this week. And it's really been getting on my nerves, which is people being late.
Oh, yes. I feel you. Is this because I had to push back this call by like 3 minutes?
No.
Okay, right.
That's okay.
You're aiming them at me again.
This is just to air my grievances against Francesca. No, that's like 3 minutes is like, okay. When it goes beyond 10 minutes, and you know when you're just sat there waiting, and I'm like, have you got a good reason? Or were you just not organised with your time?
Yeah, and do you know what? I completely agree with you. And mine is also like, if I'm unless I've like completely had like a brain injury and like forgotten that the meeting was happening, I'll try, like, for example, with Kitty, I was running a few minutes late. I was like, I'll be with you in a sec. Like, I'm coming. I acknowledge you. But it does really grind my gears a little bit when people just don't show up for like 3 minutes and don't even acknowledge it. And you have to be like, are you gonna hello? Yeah.
Are you there?
So I feel you on that, even if, because I guess when you're sat on a call like staring at your reflection, as we all are throughout lockdown, and whatever kind of meeting or arrangement you've got, it's like that 2 minutes that you wouldn't notice it if you were like meeting someone in person at a bar or whatever, but when you're sat there staring at your own reflection on Zoom, it feels like about 2 hours. It's like,
and it's a weird time because you don't want to start doing something else because you don't know when they're about to get on the call. So what I've actually started doing now is I'll put my program on my phone and I'll play it on next to my laptop. So I'm there waiting for the call, but I'm just watching TV for 3 minutes whilst I wait.
Nice, that's good. I feel like it's just so, like, this is definitely a thing that we've only noticed because of lockdown though. Like if you're meeting someone in person, obviously there's, you know, transport issues that happen a lot, or the journey, you walk it in slightly longer than you expected, and like there's just that leeway of time around. I feel like no one ever can, it's very difficult to meet bang on the dot. You kind of try and get a bit before, but it might be a bit after, depending on the circumstances. Whereas calls, it's like, what else could you be doing? You're in your house with your computer. So it just feels a lot more rude when it's like someone's just, you know, pissed off and they're not gonna join with no explanation.
But also, like, even like in the normal world, if you're meeting at a bar or you're meeting at a restaurant, like you can start looking at the menu, you can start ordering a drink. Like it doesn't really matter if people are 5-10 minutes late. Yeah. Because there's like enough external things in the environment to carry on with. But exactly, when you're just in your house and you're waiting, looking at yourself on the screen, it's like, hello.
But also, I feel like if you're meeting someone in person, you would like acknowledge the time you're going to get there. Like you'd like text or whatever in advance and be like,
be
oh,
there
I'm sorry, I'm running. Yeah, this is how far away I am, or I'm running a couple of minutes late, or I had to wait for the train or whatever. Whereas with calls, people just, sometimes they do if they're going to be really late, but I've noticed sometimes people just don't. And it's like, okay, well, that was kind of, that sucked. But yeah,
hopefully our pet peeve will improve this week and we won't be as peeved by it.
Yeah, sorry, that was an oddly specific one as well. Anyone who isn't like having frequent calls for various work or projects, they're going to be like, don't really get that, but okay, just note it. Okay, if you ever do have to, it's like really annoying.
And it's like being on a call is like one of those things you can be bang on the minute because your minutes are right there on your computer precisely. There is no excuse for not knowing the time.
And we're all zoomed out. Everybody's been staring at their reflection in a square for a year now, so we don't want to be doing it any longer than we have to. So just be prompt.
Don't leave anyone hanging. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us this week. Enjoy your challenges. We look forward to hearing back on them next week. Yes. We hope you enjoyed hearing our lovely guest stories.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you thought of this episode in our DMs on Instagram at The Dumping Podcast. You can drop us an email, thedumpingpodcast@gmail.com. And we have a website, which I'll let my lovely associate Kitty tell you the address of.
thedumpingpodcast.com.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. Tuneful. I'd give that a 10.
We're actually on every podcast streaming platform now, guys. So
yeah, literally, like we'll soon be on billboards near you. We might just pop up in your house. That's how we're very accessible. Whether you want to, Alexa, okay, Google. Sorry if I've just set anyone's off if you're playing us out loud. Teehee. But yeah, you can find us everywhere. We're all over the shop, so can't miss us nowadays.
We're like, I'm not going to say that.
We're all over it like a cheap suit.
Oh, I was going to say those bugs.
What?
What are those bugs? Lice? Lice?
Oh, don't compare us to lice.
That's
are you joking?
And then you said a cheap suit, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, but a cheap suit is like it's all over the place because it's like a bad fit.
Oh, right.
It's not been tailored. That's
Oh, is that a saying?
All over it like a cheap suit. Yeah, I say it loads. I say it way too much actually.
I've never heard that one, but I like it.
That's my one. I'm on it. I'm all over it like a cheap suit.
On it like a carb on it.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna go because we're talking
rambling now.
Yeah. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye. Have a great week.